All right, so now let's get to that story that I alluded to earlier. Dozens of you emailing me and saying, David, what is happening? Tulsi Gabbard is speaking at CPAC, the Conservative Political Action Conference. What the hell is going on here? Let's discuss it this weekend. Actually, starting Thursday night, and our coverage will start Thursday as well. CPAC is happening in Florida. CPAC, the Conservative Political Action Conference, is a sort of who's who of Republicans, right-wing extremists, religious conservatives, conspiracy theorists, and all of these other different aspects of the American right wing. And as a guest, they are having former Democratic Congresswoman, former Democratic presidential candidate, Tulsi Gabbard, who I thought was on the left. And in fact, while she was running in the Democratic primary, you had people who said, this is the only true liberal left. This is the only true leftist left, because people fell for it. She would say regime change wars and endless wars. And people would say, oh, she's so great. She's so fantastic. Notice that CPAC's promotion of Tulsi doesn't even mention that she was a Democratic presidential candidate. It doesn't say that she was a Democratic congresswoman. It just says presidential candidate. And people fell for this stuff. I didn't, and you all know that. And some of you did. And I told you day after day, you're being tricked. Don't fall for it. Don't fall for it. The buzzwords she would use would make some leftists, fawn all over her. She's against wars and stuff, so she's good. And I'd criticize her and I'd be called the DNC tool and a DNC plant and part of the concerted effort to take away attention from Tulsi or whatever. In fact, I did quite the opposite. Even by just talking about her, most of my audience was like, David, she's completely irrelevant to this race. Why are you even talking about her? And it was because, people were telling me, some people were saying, David, she's the only real liberal. She has a much better shot of winning the Republican nomination than the Democratic nomination. And I am issuing a call right now to the people who got bamboozled by her. Just stand up and say, I got tricked. I'm going to do better next time. It's okay. Just admit it. It happens to all of us. But I also want to include something serious on this. It's not just about, we were obviously right about Tulsi. It's not. Yeah, okay. There's a very good tweet that our friend Farron Cousins from Ring of Fire put out about CPAC. And he said, quote, we're all going to spend the next week mocking CPAC while ignoring the fact that we don't have the level of organization or attention. We don't have that level of organization or attention on the left. We're at a tremendous disadvantage, and that rarely gets mentioned. And Farron is exactly right. I've been screaming for a decade. They are better than us at this. They are better than us. The left barely even funds independent media, never mind something like CPAC. The right understands you've got to pour money into on-campus stuff. You've got to pour money into young professionals and getting them over to your way of thinking. You've got to have events. You've got to have people who feel like they're part of something. You've got to fund media. They fund Turning Point USA and all sorts of different right-wing shows. We have almost none of it on the left. And they love to say, oh, but George Soros is pouring money into this, that, the other thing, et cetera, et cetera. The left barely funds this type of stuff in the right way. And when I talk about, hey, like only 0.5% of our audience is our members on our website, I'm not just saying, hey, it'd be cool if you supported our work. I'm also saying at a certain point, we've got to fund the things that we think are important. And having a big infrastructure of right-wing media and right-wing activism all coming together is a really big deal for the right. It just is. There's no way around it. There's this conference, Netroots Nation, I used to go to on the left. And I think it's like the biggest thing the left has. And it's not great. I have friends who still work over there. It's not great. First of all, you know how I often say to you guys, these little toxic elements of the left are very, very small. Like the right loves to say, oh, the left is all identity politics and wokesters and all this different stuff. And I explained to you, it's actually really small. Netroots, which was like the only thing we had, unfortunately overrepresented some of those toxic elements of the left. I don't even know if Netroots still exists. I know they did some online only stuff, but like if that's the best we have and the right has CPAC, Turning Point USA, all of these different think tanks, and they're so well funded, how can we hope to compete? So yes, we are going to ridicule the things said at CPAC. I will be live with CPAC coverage Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. It's going to be a huge weekend of insanity. We're going to laugh at it. It's going to be funny to some degree. But in the back of it, we have to remember they are so much better organized than we are. And unless we can get it together, even though the country keeps moving to the left, the electorate keeps moving to the left, if you look at issues, they're going to keep winning. They're going to keep winning, and we need to understand that. You can support the David Pakman Show by supporting our sponsors. And one of those sponsors is Sheath Underwear. Traditional underwear involves sticking, sweating, the dreaded chafing. Sheath underwear are boxer briefs specifically designed to keep everything separate, cool, dry, and comfortable. They have a bunch of great designs, options to choose from, more minimal styles. Their signature geometric pattern waistband is cool. There's really something for everybody. But the most important thing is you stay cool during the day and at night, upping your comfort to the next level. Read the reviews online. Sheath Underwear has been a game changer for many men. Give it a try. They have super fast shipping. You'll get your order in just a few days. And don't forget that you'll get 20% off when you go to sheathunderwear.com/Pakman and use the code Pakman. The link is down below.